No, the insurance companies are taking over now. Really? They're the ones that for every medical treatment, you have to have a designated serial number classification in order for you to bill the insurance company for that procedure.
Like having a baby, $20,000.
So if you have to clip my nail, there is a procedure for it and has a certain price attached to it. If you have to shave my head in order to prepare me for a skin graft, everything has a price to it, and that's a designated serial number procedure
like
there.
A tissue from the
So when you're looking at doctors, you're not looking, especially if they're private, you're not looking at a doctor. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm here all for the medical science. Like, no, they're there to, half their job is try to figure out how to bill your insurance company. Because if they're undercharging you, they're losing money. So 40%, if that, 40% of their attention is on you, and the other 60 is trying to get the money, as much money as they can. That's why a lot of medical doctors are getting charged with fraud.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Scarpino from Kinda Funny. You're watching The Mind of Mencia with Carlos Mencia.
What? Dude, what the hell?
What, that's not what it's called?
No.
What's it called?
It's called Musing with Menchaca.
Yeah, Mind of Mencia is so much better.
Who wants to go next? Topics.
I'll go next.
Patty, what's your topic?
Okay, so I read this article today on the Dallas Morning News about the nurse that I guess
contracted Ebola.
Contracted Ebola. And anyway, she's suing the hospital because basically she's saying that she's suing them for like unidentified amounts of money because she says that they didn't prepare her properly for Ebola, that they didn't give her proper equipment and training and stuff like that. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, you're a healthcare provider. Like she's a professional. She got a degree. Like, shouldn't this be something that
the school would teach her about?
Yeah, exactly.
And training and handling. Yeah. By the way, the link to this article is in the description below. So if you want to read the essay. She's talking about like the experimental drugs and like the potential side effects that it's given her and stuff. And so she's apparently losing her hair. She doesn't know if she's going to have kids or something, blah, blah, blah. And the hospital is still paying her, but she's suing them for that and for the fact that they like disclose her information. So I don't know. What did y'all think? She's become like the martyr of this.
Well, if her information is disclosed, I wouldn't just hold the hospital accountable as much as the news.
The media.
The media. Huh. The news media, why would they divulge someone's medical information without their consent? And if she did give consent, why is she suing? Very strange. But also, I think...
the thing that says... Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. In the article, I think it seems like she believes that it was like a hospital representative that came in there whenever she was getting slightly better. And so they kind of wanted her to be like... They use the word like PR pawn for them because it was a disaster, the whole way that the thing was handled or whatever. So she's all like, basically it's like, oh, you're getting better. Like they were recording her, you know what I mean? So it was like the hospital that was in the wrong, that they sent somebody to record her.
I don't know.
And
well, I haven't heard the facts of the case, so I wouldn't be able to say anything about that. But I do believe no hospital in the United States is prepared to have someone walk in their emergency room with a highly contagious disease.
Was it DSL level or whatever 4? No. We call it
biosafety level 4. Yeah. Anything BSL 4, no one in the United States is prepared. I would say...
Then that's disgraceful.
It is disgraceful, but those are the facts. A biological weapon... It would be catastrophic, not just to our population. I think the kill rate will probably be a little bit small compared to population-wise. But the chaos itself would pay for the weapon 1,000 times over. I mean, you have enough hospital beds that have actual personnel to care for you for maybe 5% of any given population of a metropolitan area. So if you go anywhere near that, talking chaos, then suddenly, oh, I'm going to go to the emergency room. They're going to say, we can't take you. Go somewhere else. That's insane. So you don't even have to get that many people infected. I mean,
that really is ridiculous. So they're not prepared?
No hospital in the United States is prepared.
Don't get sick.
Don't get sick.
All right, guys.
Don't get sick. Well, Ebola. So Ebola, I do not believe that there's a vaccine available now. There are a few. I think I heard of one that is promising and it's undergoing certain things right now, but to see. Cause I think I found that out when I was doing some research on the most recent stuff of Ebola when all that crap happened. So there are a few vaccines that are promising, but nothing that's official and out on the market. But let's say smallpox, way more contagious than Ebola.
I thought it was eradicated though, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the natural world, eradicated.
Okay.
You're not gonna find it just out there, okay? Because the only host is humans, okay? Versus Ebola, you have actual animal hosts out there in the world, okay? So if you were to eradicate every person, cure them of Ebola, you'd still get Ebola put back into the system, into human population by some animal. But that's not the case with smallpox. So they're able to eradicate that, and that still exists. Smallpox still exists in labs, and all it takes is for someone to just whoops,
yeah, like,
or intentionally. And this isn't difficult. This is literally fluid that you can make more of. Okay, you can have a drop and make liters of it. Okay, if you had the right training. And you could contaminate some. You don't even have to contaminate many people, just a few of the right people at an airport or major transit authority, kind of place, or a tourist attraction location. Get enough people involved. If you're in the same room with this person, it's like the flu. You know how many people get the flu? Everyone gets the flu.
Yeah.
Same thing with smallpox. It was that contagious. And now no one's vaccinated for it anymore. Even the people who have the scar from the vaccine, unless you're a soldier, which you have the most updated one, that's only good for about 20, 30 years.
And then it fades away.
And then you're immune. You need a booster. Okay, so
I have one.
a lot of the older generations who think that they may be immunized, they're not. And now again, we're vulnerable. Oh, but it's okay. Smallpox isn't out there. Smallpox is out there, and you'd be surprised who has it.
Who has it?
They do not. I'm not going to say.
Labs.
No, because then once you start naming countries, then suddenly it's like, whoa, why are you talking about this? Don't talk. Even if you can go and look for it, you're not. The media doesn't want to tell you about it. I mean, I live in Texas. The where I would look if I had the authority to go say, hey, give me some smallpox. I can go to Galveston, smallpox. There's a biosafety level 4 lab there.
So my question...
And do they tell anybody, hey, by the way, we have some Armageddon shit in your backyard? No, they don't want to tell you.
Well, obviously.
No, because of
obviously.
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
But there's a reason why it's on an island.
So my question is, with the whole going back to the original topic, do you think she's? You're saying that she has no right or no grounds to sue? Is that right?
Working in a hospital
comes with a
risk of you getting something.
Interesting.
If I were to look for something that'll make me sick, I can go to 2 places: sewage and hospitals. Sewage treatment facilities, where the worst of the worst shows up, and hospitals, where the worst of the worst shows up. That's where you will find some of the most antibiotic resistant, contagious, disgusting fucking diseases are there. So if you're working there, there's a reason.
Doctors need to
No, you're going to have to accept the fact that you're at a risk. If you don't like being exposed to bodily fluids, don't work in that profession. The reason why you're in that profession is for the money. And the reason why she's suing is probably still because of the fucking money. Unless you turn
money, hospitals have a lot of money.
I very much no, they don't. But
they do.
They can get sued for a lot of fucking money, and then they have to come up with that money that could have gone to research and more health professional jobs. But whatever,
equipment,
training, possible training. So unless she turns around and says, "I'm going to donate all this money
to this fund,
so they can train and adequately prepare," she's just a moocher. That's all she is. Yeah, and you know what? If you
fired.
But I got infected by Ebola. Well, you know what? You did a shitty job at your job, and you had to deal with consequences in a very public manner.
Shots fired.
That doesn't make you a hero. Shots fired. That tells me you shouldn't probably be.
That's crazy. Like they didn't even have a hazmat suit there for them. Like that blows my mind.
Oh no, you don't want a hazmat suit in the ER. They'll freak people out.
Yeah,
You scare the shit out of them.
Well, it's not in the ER. It was when she was she was one of the nurses assigned to that guy that like died. The whatever his name was.
I don't remember his name. Anybody remember his name?
No one will remember his name.
Well, that black guy, yeah. So she was this nurse assigned. So you would think that because they're completely isolated from everybody else, that she would have a hazmat suit on. But she's talking about how they were wearing double gloves and taping themselves up and stuff.
Why would you wear double gloves?
Like, you do that. Yeah,
and then
then you have the kind of like the dishwasher gloves. They're very thick. You have 2 layers of latex, and then those.
But wouldn't they rub up against each other and just rip?
Yeah, but you're actually told not to do certain movements because it'll crease your suit, and that suit isn't that thick. It's not as much air sealed as much. You have a little vacuum, not a vacuum. It's more like an air pump that has filters on it that pushes air into your suit. That
so it like puffs you up.
Yeah, so it puffs you out. Okay, so you're like this little marshmallow. All right, and the reason for that, you want a positive airflow. That way, if there's a rip in a suit, air doesn't flow in as much as flow out. That way, you're not getting anything in as much as you're pushing out.
But that's my thing. Like, you don't even have that. Like, if she pricked herself because she was an idiot, then that's cool.
It's not just Ebola. Ebola, not like smallpox. Smallpox is airborne. The flu is airborne. That shit's real, okay? This shit, whatever. It's bodily fluids. Don't suck on them. Don't taste them. Don't lick them. Don't touch your mouth. Don't touch anything. If you're incapable of not getting infected by Ebola, you could get infected by hepatitis. You could get infected by HIV. You could get infected by herpes. You can get infected by a lot of different things that don't fucking kill you or make you a national fucking hero for no goddamn reason.
I don't think she's considered a national hero.
Oh no, they had her like, oh, thank you for all your supporters, like you dumb bitch.
They had a press conference after she got.
Yeah,
she got cured, right?
Yeah, like why?
But I'm just saying, like, it's a hazmat suit. Like, you have to have one of those in a hospital.
I mean, I would say, that sounds about right.
And then she talks about the amount of training that they gave her was a flyer.
No, that's not true. That is not true. And if I have to call her a liar, then she is a liar, or she did not get the proper education. Now, I will ask one thing for sure. Now, there's a condition to this. If you're a nurse in the United States, you went to school in the United States, you have to take a class called nursing microbiology. Now, I can attest to this, that they will train you how to adequately deal with pathogens and bacteria and how to work in an aseptic manner and to not get yourself fucking sick by bullshit like this. Or she is a product of what's been happening recently, is that a lot of people have been importing nurses and other health professionals from other countries because it's a lot cheaper.
India.
So
she is a TCU alumni.
Okay. Is she a TCU alumni? She went to TCU?
That's a lot of training.
I mean, that's so you're saying TCU did not include a nursing microbiology? That could be.
I mean,
that
I'm
could be
not saying
Google.
that.
That could be Google. No, that's what she's saying.
Well, no, I don't think she's saying that, but I mean, she hasn't. I'm sure she's been out of school for several years now.
Yeah. Oh, well,
do you remember everything?
Yes.
Well, you know what? You're not the person. Do you remember everything they taught you in college?
If it's life-saving, yes.
If it's and especially if it's about your profession, like whatever you're doing, you have to. You cannot just pump and dump and those courses.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of medical doctors do. They're not.
And besides, like you have to take like a medical exam, like a bar, like after graduation. Like,
yes,
you have to be able to.
Not as a nurse, though.
Okay,
is it called a bar? I don't think.
No, but it's not a test, don't you? To get into
medical doctors.
No, but to get into nursing school or whatever. I mean, this is just a nurse.
Nursing schools have high qualifications for people who have straight A's. That's it. Okay, whatever you did to get those, whatever you had to do, those straight A's, that's what gets you into those schools.
Anyways, she's just arguing that they weren't properly equipped for this kind of, I don't know,
this life,
this kind of sick person.
Yeah,
like
pretty
we
much.
deal with sick people, but not certain sick people.
Well, and this is also what I mean. I kind of am like think that she has a point, but then I think like you should have known this.
So you kind of...
I kind of agree and don't agree. I can't decide. I'm being a woman right now. Sorry.
If you...
Damn.
I don't...
Way to represent your gender.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been in hospitals. I don't like hospitals. But when I'm in a hospital, I think to myself, this is as clean or equally as dangerous as a truck stop bathroom. It's gross. It's disgusting. There's a reason why there was cleaning things. It's because on a daily basis, you have infectious material on everything.
All the surfaces have
on
something.
every surface. If you work at a public school, you're going to get sick on a regular occasion. If you work at a hospital, you are going to get sick on a regular basis.
I don't know. Well, anyways, the hospital's still paying her, but she's thinking about.
She's still on the payroll, right?
Of course, she wants to sue, but.
Isn't there like some kind of like conflict of interest if she's on the payroll and she's suing? I mean, I think there's got to be some kind of like agreement, disclosure that she signed or something.
And apparently, like the person that she was dating at the time, like they're not together anymore. That was thrown into the article. So now I'm thinking like,
well, he doesn't want to get involved.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be with her. So I don't know. She's just basically the stigma of having Ebola.
So
I don't
Eric,
know.
what's your side on this? Do you side with her or not?
I don't side with her.
Really? Okay. For the reasons David said.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
She should have known better.
She should.
I feel like I don't side with her, but you know what? I feel I sympathize for her because you know what?
Well,
like
you have to sympathize, but still.
I think that she has like a good message behind everything. Like she actually wants more training for the nurses, more equipment, more precautions taken.
Then she should be suing for that, not money.
I think she should
be pushing for that, but not money.
Well, Can she have it both ways? Can she eat her cake and have it too?
If I get injured at work, if I get injured at work doing my job,
Brian Lawn Car, whatever you call it,
cover my medical expenses. But I'm not going to sue you because I work for you. I was put in a situation like I know what the job description is. I take on those risks.
Okay. I don't know.
Along with that big ass fucking paycheck.
Thank you.
No, but really, I think also medical professionals are overpaid and underqualified. There you go.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah, I can see that.
They should.
Yeah.
Yes.
With all those years of school that they have to go through, like
all those years of bureaucratic crap they have to go
That's
through.
training. I mean, that's the preparation you have to go through. You have to go through the ringer, right? I mean, you can't. I can't just become a nurse because I feel like it. It's gotta.
Okay, well, why would they earn so much money?
The risk is it the risk? Are they compensating?
No. Why should I have to pay so much money for medical care that doesn't cost by far that amount in other countries by equally qualified medical staff?
I saw a medical bill one time. It was a $5 bag of saline, and the person got charged like $1,500 for it.
Holy crap!
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, well, you know what? The medical bills, hospitals like to charge up the ass because they can. Like they because they have the insurance companies. They bill the insurance companies, and so basically that's what's going on.
The insurance companies are taking over now. Really? They're the ones that for every medical treatment you have to have a designated serial number classification in order for you to bill the insurance company for that procedure.
Like having a baby, $20,000.
So if you have to clip my nail, there is a procedure for it and has a certain price attached to it. If you have to shave my head in order to prepare me for a skin graft, everything has a price to it, and that's a designated serial number procedure there.
A tissue from the.
So when you're looking at doctors, you're not looking, especially if they're private. You're not looking at a doctor. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm here all for the medical science. Like, no, they're there to. Half their job is try to figure out how to bill your insurance company. Because if they're undercharging you, they're losing money. So 40%, if that, 40% of their attention is on you, and the other 60 is trying to get the money, as much money as they can. That's why a lot of medical doctors are getting charged with fraud.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And so you're going to get to the point that it's corrupt, and it is now. It is in fact corrupt. And it's not corrupt.
It's been corrupt for a long time.
Ask yourself this, medical personnel. If you have taken something, anything, a gift of any sort, a gift, and I know how broad that is for a corrupt person, a gift from a pharmaceutical representative or from an insurance representative.
Or when they paid you for their lunch.
Or you know what, hey, maybe, them buying you lunch. That's wrong. That's fucking wrong. You don't see me buying my judge at my court fucking dinner. Okay?
Before your case.
It's wrong. Okay, before my case. Hey, I know, the defense rests, but I was hoping to take you out for dinner sometime. Okay, if she's hot, I could wait. If she's not, that's fucking bribery, and that's what's happening now. It's absurd that someone who has no medical training would have a say in what prescription is given to me. That should not be it.
That's fair.
No medical doctor should be allowed to have representatives from the pharmaceutical industry in their location.
Yeah.
All right. And now doctors aren't what they used to be. It's not about private practice, them treating their patients. It's about them working shifts at a hospital, and that's all they are. They're a shift worker now. And one day, hopefully, the prices will be gouged down to what they should be, and all this inglorious fucking bullshit that they do with their overcharging because they want status. I'm not paying for your ego. I'm paying for your medical assistance. All right? And I should pay precisely to that amount. And but we don't have that many doctors. Really? We should have more medical schools. Oh, no, we don't want more medical schools. Why the fuck don't you want any more medical schools? Because you want to keep the money high. You want to keep the low amount of population of those doctors out there.
You see through everything, David.
No, I see the bullshit that they pull.
Yeah.
So don't think for a second I'm going to hop on the train and say, oh, yeah.
You see the lies. That's basically what's going on.
I see through the lies. But really, that's what's been happening. Okay, so one day, and I pray this day comes soon, because I'm gonna open a bottle for that day. That when medical doctors have been kicked off their high horse and they're earning about the same as any other professional that is not medical, okay. And most of their jobs gonna be replaced by medical assistants and nurses, because that's all we need, and not fucking price gouging, corrupt gangsters. That's all they are now. They're organized crime.
They're oligopoly or whatever you want to call
it. They take money from people when they are most vulnerable. That's what they do.
There you go. So, Jameson, when you want to go deep. All right.